Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my Mix With Me series. I wish I could take credit for this series and this concept, but I can't. Shout out to my friend and subscriber here on YouTube, Proud Wifey. She came up with this concept. This is kind of her brainchild, and I am just going to put this to action. I absolutely love this concept and this idea. You guys know I really enjoy mixing fragrances, and I have gotten good responses from you guys when it comes to mixing and things like that, but this is kind of a different idea. I have done series like bars to jars, and I'm still going to continue to do that because it's different from what this series is going to be. And I love doing bars to jars and coming up with different mixes and things like that. But this concept is more us mixing together. And I absolutely love, love, love this idea. So thank you so much for coming up with this. I'm just gonna kind of kick this off. So kicking off this series, and I'll kind of tell you how it's going to work and everything. I'm gonna talk about a couple of my favorite mixes, and then also talk about what I did recently mix to kick off this series, specifically for this series. Let you know my thoughts on the performance, how the scent kind of changed a little bit, and just my overall thoughts. Going forward, this is going to be a process where we are mixing together. So on this video, or you can email me, text me, however you want to get in touch with me. If you have any mix ideas that you would like me to try and tell you my thoughts on, send them in. So you can either email them into me at RowberryWax@gmail.com, or you can, like I said, leave a comment down below on this video. Let me know a good mix that you think I should try. And then what I will do is I'll report back and let you know what my thoughts were on the mix, and let you know my thoughts on the performance and how the scent may have changed a little bit. And that's what we're gonna do. So this is the Mix It With Me series. Hopefully this is something that you think will be interesting, because if it is, then it'll stay around for a while. If not, then I guess I'll just go back to mixing by myself. And we'll just stick to bars to jars and talk about what I've been warming and all that jazz. But I thought this was a super fun idea, so I figured I'd go ahead and run with it. So thank you again so much for the suggestion and the idea. I think it's so super fun. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna talk about two of kind of my favorite mixes that I really like to do, and then we'll get into talking about the new mix that I tried to kick off this series. So one thing that kind of sort of kicked off bars to jars, and it was this mix of, and you can't get either of these anymore, so I feel bad talking about it, but the next two mixes you can get the bars. So it's okay. But this is just one of my favorite combos ever, and it is apple butter frosting. And when we're talking about these mixes, we're talking 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer, so doing a full-on mixture. Apple butter frosting and churro churro. I love this mix so much. This was actually the bars to jars video I had done comparing to the Homeworks Candle Hot Cider Donut. This is exactly the same. It is so good. And what's so funny is that I'm really glad that I found that mix when I did, because I would not have added churro churro to my Scentsy Club if I did not do this mixture. And the reason for that is because churro churro on its own, really nice. You really do, it does really smell like a churro. It smells like that deep fried dough, that sugary sweet, like sugared cinnamon. It's so good. It's so bakery and warm and comforting, and I love it. When it's warming on its own, and actually, you know what? I should give this another try. I should give this another try on its own, now that we're in the new house. If you've been hanging around with me, you've heard this a bunch, and I apologize for sounding like a broken record, but here in the new house, I have tried scents that didn't perform well in our old house, and they've actually performed better. So I may have to give this a try on its own. It's just kind of hard for me not to want to mix this because it's absolutely incredible. But getting back to the point, I really could not smell this on its own. I wanted to love it so much, but it just did not perform for me at all. But when it came time to do bars to jars, and I was thinking, okay, how am I gonna get this mixture? Apple butter frosting, so dang good. It's just that it's a really good like combination of like sweet apple cider, a teeny tiny hint of spice, and meets like a buttercream frosting. It's so rich, it's so sweet and decadent, and it's so good. So you get that kind of apple cider note, and then you have that deep fried dough vibe from churro churro. So I thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I honestly thought apple butter frosting was just going to blow churro churro out of the water. But you know what happened? When I mixed the two together, 1 cube to 1 cube, they actually allowed each other to shine. It's so weird to me why or how that even worked, but honestly, it's so strange. I was always like, I smell it more now that I've mixed it than when I do when it's on its own, which is so crazy to me. So because of that mixture, that is entirely the reason why churro churro is in my club. And it's such a fun, bakery, delicious fragrance that I can't live without. So both of these are in my club and I'll never be without them. So one of my favorite mixes, if you have both of these in your club or you can get your hands on both of these, highly, highly recommend giving this a try. It is so good. Okay, this next mix I cannot take credit for. Shout out to my girlfriend Frankie because she came up with this mix and it is just mind-blowing. I'm still thinking about it. And this is one of those mixes that I just don't know if I'm going to warm either of these on their own anymore because they're just so dang good mixed together. So apple cherry strudel and graham cracker crunch. Both of these scents you can currently get. They are available for the 2022 fall and winter season. Okay, on their own, these two are amazing on their own, but mixed, oh, you guys, it is like next level game changer. It is so dang good. I love it. So apple cherry strudel, you have the apple, you have the sweetness of the cherry, but then you have that warm, flaky, buttery strudel kind of note in there. That's just decadent and divine and wonderful. Then you have graham cracker crunch. Graham cracker crunch is that graham cracker, but there's also kind of a peanut butter note in here. So it just kind of ups the bakery here. And these are both powerhouses. But what I will say is apple cherry strudel, it's a powerhouse, but for one day. And then it just futzes out. These two mixed together, it prolongs the life of apple cherry strudel. I don't know why it happens. I don't know. I have no idea. This is just my experience. It is so dang good. These two powerhouses combined make a beautiful combination. And thank you again to Frankie for making this suggestion because it's life-changing. If you have not given this a try, you've got to. It is amazing. Love it. So mix it. Okay, let's talk about the new mix that I decided to do to kick off this series with. And this is gonna be probably kind of a weird, I don't know, might be weird to some people, might be not. From the Island Days collection, Driftwood and Jasmine, mixed 1 cube to 1 cube with the scent of the month for July, Desert Tropics. Okay, hear me out. So Driftwood and I love both of these on their own. Sometimes I may do some mixes because I'm like, oh, I don't really care for this. I want more bakery out of this scent, or I want more this out of this scent. So I'll take what I'm missing and mix it to kind of fill that void. But these I love on their own. I just thought, here's my thought process. So Driftwood and Jasmine, so pretty. It's a coconut floral. For me, it smells very similar to coconut flower that Scentsy had done a while back, but honestly a little bit better. It is definitely coconut floral. Like I don't smell this and think, oh, this smells fruity. No, this is very coconut floral. Very, very pretty. I love it on its own, fantastic. But I thought, what if this would be too floral for somebody? What would I do? Well, you can always mix bakery. Adding any bakery to a floral definitely mellows out that kind of like floral powder note usually. But I thought, there's something to this Desert Tropics. This is kind of like a fruit punchy kind of scent. There's pineapple in here. There's apple. I think there's some strawberry in here maybe potentially. It's just very fruity and fun. Mixing these two together is so nice. You still have that coconut flower, like floral kind of scent here, but it's toned way down. Now, I love this as it is, but I was just thinking in terms of like mixing some things that you maybe wouldn't think to try. adding this fruity paradise to the driftwood and jasmine scent is so, so nice. And this was really strong too, but they both allowed each other to shine. There wasn't one that outshined the other. That is one thing that I've noticed with doing like the bars to jars series where I'm doing some mixing. Sometimes there is a scent that will overpower what you're mixing with, and so you've got to mix like more of one particular scent. But when these two, when you find a mix where each scent will allow the other to shine, it's just so beautiful. And this was a beautiful, beautiful mixture. Both are currently available, and I would highly recommend to try, especially if you are like, nope, I am not ready for the fall and winter season to start. I am still here for my fruity, my summery scents. Try this. It is really, really nice. I really enjoyed this. So this was a really great mix, and definitely one I would love to keep in my back pocket as well. Definitely one I feel like I would reach for again and again. Once again, love them on their own, but together I just feel like they really were a beautiful combination. So there you have it. That is our first like mix with me video. I hope you really liked it. If you have a mix suggestion you would like me to try and talk about here on my channel for this series, feel free to leave a comment down below on this video, or like I said, you can send me a message. You can, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, what have you, or you can send me an email, RowberryWax@gmail.com. I hope you guys really like this. Thanks again to Proud Wifey for coming up with this concept. I think it's a really fun idea, and I hope you guys will like it too. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content, if you like the mixture series. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all things mixtures. All right, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.